So, Arsenal 3, Crystal Palace 2. Thanks to a hat trick by Gabby Jesus, the Arsenal boys get to pull through and we will go to a semi-final in the Carabao Cup. Won't know who we're playing till tomorrow's Manchester United Spurs game is done and then the draw gets completed. But it's going to be 4 Premier League sides. It's Newcastle, Liverpool winning their games today, and Arsenal winning their game. And Spurs and Manchester United, I would expect Man U to go ahead and win that game tomorrow. So, positives. We got a win today. And that last 30 minutes with Martin Odegaard coming on, Saliba shoring up the defense, and eventually Bukayo Saka coming on for Sterling. We were playing some good looking football by the end of the game. So that last 15-20 minutes was impressive football. I'm excited to see that carry over to the next game on the weekend on Saturday. But we'll set that aside for a second. We're going to talk about that lineup. Mikel Arteta went with an untested centre-back pairing with two people who've never played there before. The people in the spine, Merino and Jorginho, have never played with centre-backs, Timber and Kivior. Thomas Partey back at right back again. Kieran Tierney, his first game in like years for Arsenal. He threw Nwaneri into the deep end up front by himself in the midfield. And then we had Sterling on one wing and Trossard on the other, and Gabby Jesus up the middle. So 3 minutes in, Kivior gets done by Mateta. Well, I should say he completely misses the ball, and then we're down a goal. And so the first half ends 1-0, and I'm sitting here thinking, this is an absolute cluster, and the coach has got it wrong. He needs to make subs at halftime, which he did. But I will say that his first sub was wrong. Jorginho is the guy that you bring on when you want to control the end of a game and you want to make sure that you slow the tempo down. He's not the guy you bring on to advance the game, to speed the game up. If you go back and watch the game, the guy is diabolical. He's backwards and sideways. He's running, asking for the ball the whole time. Here. And all he does is pass it right back. He does not turn and progress the way Partey does. He can't pivot on a half turn like Nwaneri does and go with the ball. And he got burned 3 or 4 times running back in defense. Old man, he just doesn't have the legs anymore. He never had the legs before. He doesn't have the legs now. And he's not looking for those line-splitting passes. Who was looking for the line-splitting passes was Martin Odegaard. Phenomenal pass to Jesus for that first goal. Jesus with the first touch, push the ball beyond Chalobah, and then the deft touch just kind of sneak it over Henderson. Chef's kiss. And that gave him the confidence, and from there you could see he was going to get the second, and then he got the third. Perfect finishes, perfectly placed, perfect runs. His second goal was offside. There's no VAR, so it is what it is. Nice cameo from Kieran Tierney. Decent in defense. He looked good going forward, and I think that Arteta's making a mistake probably shipping him out in January. I think this is a guy that has a role to play in this squad. We're still in 4 cups. Why would you ship the guy out? He's better than Lewis Skelly. He's better than Calafiori, in my opinion. Calafiori hasn't done anything to show me that he's better than Tierney. And Zinchenko, the less said, the better. So I would love to, somehow for Kieran Tierney to stay. But, it looks like that may be the last time we see him in Arsenal colours. On the other side of the field, Raheem Sterling got a start. This guy is not serious. I've never seen somebody who's as fast as he is. Actually, I have. It's Martinelli. People who are that fast should be just have the confidence to just go take your man on and just push down the wing. He's a dribbler, and he can dribble too. So it's not a one-trick pony, but it's always cut back in, sideways, backwards. What's the point of you being on the field if you're not going to be adventurous? Even if you get the ball picked off a couple of times, if you are effective going forward and down into the box, at least half the times that you get the ball, I'm okay with you losing the ball the other half. Just hustle back. Merino is just relatively ineffective. He's not fast. He's physical, but he doesn't retain. I don't feel like he adds enough to where we can have him as a starter. He's just a placeholder for me. and until we find the solve or the fix, which I think may end up being Odegaard and Nwaneri in a double pivot, because it's not Rice. Okay, Rice is a holding mid, and if anything, if you want to move Partey up into a more advanced role, play a double pivot, you do that, and play more Odegaard as the sole guy. Maybe even play 3 at the back, because we have good defenders. You don't need to play 4 at the back. You play Uriah like a sweeper anyway, so there's that. But all in all, it's a great win by the team. I think it's a chance. It's a real chance for a cup. Liverpool's depth is about to get tested. Tottenham's has already been tested. Manchester United are coming off injury sprees, an injury-stricken season. And Newcastle are there or thereabouts. So 4 Premier League sides, Carabao Cup semi-finals. Draw is going to be tomorrow. And I'm hoping for a good draw so we can make it on to the final. On we go.